Hello, my name is Keslie Mack, and I have my client Jack here with me. And we're going to talk to him a little bit about what it was like to work with me. And yeah, welcome, Jack. Thank you for coming.
No
And
problem.
yeah, I'd just like to start out with, how did you find me?
I found you on a fluke. A friend of mine mentioned in an offhanded conversation that he was going to go and try working with you. And I didn't talk to him for maybe about a week and a half. Once I got back in touch with him, I asked him how his visit had went. This man would not stop going on about how wonderful it was, how everything had changed around 100%. And he gave Keslie a 100% glowing recommendation, which floored me for a minute. In the time that I had known this particular friend, I had never once heard him give a positive review for anything.
Wow, that's pretty awesome. And I know who you're talking about. Thank you to that person if he's watching. So when you came, was there any hesitation? Was there any kind of doubt or worry in your mind about coming to see me?
Absolutely, there was hesitation. I had tried other services and ways of dealing with my own personal demons before, and being able to sit in front of somebody and have to talk about feelings and all the horrendously scary crap that put me into that dark spot to begin with has always been difficult. I had no idea what to expect or what I was getting into. It was kind of all right, I'm gonna try it.
Wow, that's awesome. I'm glad that you did. And so tell the people watching, where were you? What kind of state were you living in before you came to me? What were you struggling with?
Before I started working with you, I was in a pretty deep rabbit hole. If you want to give it the 4-letter acronyms, it was CPTSD and a couple other fun stuff. I couldn't go anywhere near crowds. I couldn't go anywhere near where loud noises were going to go off. I spent all of my time worrying about how I needed to act and carry myself a certain way so I did not flip out and become a danger to society.
Wow, sounds painful.
Yeah, I can't begin to describe the difficulty of living in it unless, other people looking at this are in it too, of trying to stay out of your own head long enough to, be a somewhat functioning adult out in the real world.
Yeah, yeah. And was it affecting your personal relationships as well?
I was not able to hold down a healthy adult relationship to save my life.
Mm.
Numerous other friends and acquaintances, we would have a very hard time getting along with them. I was referred to as an asshole and, the temperamental dickhead, and, a couple other 4-letter words that sound really fun. Now I'm able to, I work in a pretty heavy public service job. So now I can go full 8 hours without wanting to drop kick a customer over the side of the wall.
Yeah.
I can deal with coworkers who normally would get excited and start screaming at the drop of a hat without wanting to drop kick one of them over the wall. It's gotten to the point now where I come home from work, I'm no longer as tired, I'm no longer as upset. My first order of operations is not to blow myself out of my own skull in order to get ready to come back to do it all over again the next day.
Wow. And so how are things for you now?
If I could compare, I went from carrying a 400-pound weight with me everywhere I went to now I don't even carry it at all. I'm much calmer. I'm much more centered. I don't let nearly as many things bother me. The panic attacks, the nightmares, the waking up screaming in the middle of the night, those are almost non-existent. Every now and again one gets through, but where as horrendous as they used to be. It's been a complete 180. Instead of walking around feeling like I have this horrendous dark shadow hanging over me, it's actually okay.
Yeah. Yeah, that's amazing. And how long did we work together? It was 9 months, yeah?
Yeah, I'd say 9 months. We're rounded up, I'd say a year. Just sake of the argument.
Yeah, it was, just so you know, it was 9 months. It was from January.
Okay.
And so you actually turned yourself around in just 9 months, in less than a year.
Well, that has to do with the way that you work with and explain things to people. For a long time, I thought it was I had to crawl inside my head and go through this elaborate mental puzzle in order to get to the end result. Instead, you came at it from the angle of, okay, your mind might be okay, and you might logically be able to reconcile what it is that happened to you, but have you been able to get it out of your body? And I had missed that piece for years. I mean, I walked around with pretty horrendous levels of body pain as it was, but being able to go from, wait a minute, when I get upset, I tense my shoulders up. Oh my God, that's why I can't bend my arms at the end of the day. Okay, I need to stretch that out. Or, okay, if I feel my legs start to wobble a little bit, that means I'm getting ready to punch somebody. Okay, I need to take a minute. So you being able to give me the body trigger to go with the emotion has helped so much.
Oh, that's so wonderful. So it's not just helped your emotional state, but your physical state is better and you're eating better too. Is that correct?
That is correct. Normally I would eat nothing but junk food and or whatever would be the quickest thing off of 7-Eleven that I could grab on my way home. Being able to stop and not mentally be in a dark spot and physically be in a dark spot means, wow, I have a little bit of energy left over to try and cook and feed myself the way that, a somewhat functioning adult should.
And you found that it's really a way that serves your body in a way that helps you feel better.
Yes, the other part of that came with it was part of my demons that I dealt with. Was one of them, when I was younger, I'd be in the kitchen cooking and I had an abusive parent that would run in, and that was go time. That's when you got attacked. I did not make the comparison that, well, hey, wait a minute, the reason why I'm still kind of freaking out walking into my kitchen to cook is I'm still expecting that parent to come flying around the corner and come and get me.
Wow.
Once I took the half step of, okay, I'm not there, I don't need to be there, okay, tensing up, I need to chill. Now it's a complete 180. I think I've lost maybe 15 pounds so far.
Oh, wow. And we weren't even working on that consciously.
Yeah, no, my weightlifting went up. I mean, I'm squatting like 373 pounds now, just off of the newer diet. I mean, again, complete 180.
Wow. And in just 9 months, it's like a rebirth. Like you put yourself back into your own healing womb and then rebirthed yourself after just 9 months.
Yeah, but it was ugly. I mean, I didn't realize that I would have to go back to the beginning of it. I'd have to face all the crap again. So everything that I spent all the time with the liquor and other fun party favors in trying to get away from it, I had to go back and see it. The difference was this time was I was able to do it in a non-threatening environment. And I was able to have somebody whispering over my shoulder, well, hey, wait a minute, don't do that. Try this one.
Yeah, you had guidance and you weren't alone.
Well, I had guidance from somebody who implicitly understood what it was that they were trying to help me with. And I had guidance from somebody who genuinely gave a shit of whether or not I was going to get through it. Other services and mediums that I have tried before, it's basically just been somebody sitting on a couch and reading to you verbatim from a textbook.
So you could feel that I wasn't just regurgitating information, I actually cared.
No, the level of personal involvement and examples that you provided during one-on-one conversations that you and I had, that made it very easy to relate. I myself have a very hard time talking to people unless I can get some sort of proof or estimation that they know what they're talking about. Honestly, the examples you gave me, Keslie, that knocked me off my high horse.
I'm so glad I could provide those for you. My pain often helps people understand that it's, pain sucks. And there's ways to.
It's a lot easier to follow somebody if they jump in the hole with you and say, hey, I've been here before. Come on, I'm going to help you get out.
Yeah. Thank you for acknowledging that. That is exactly what I try to do. And that's what I do. That's what I do, is I jump in there with you and I help you find your way out. Awesome. Well, Jack, thank you so much for sharing. And you guys will see Jack actually around the program as we are moving forward. He is going to be jumping in and giving us some support and helping you guys out a little bit. I'm not totally sure the capacity. We're still working that out, but I'm very happy to have you on board with this. And it was such a pleasure working with you. It's such a joy to see your growth and to see the change and just to see that 180. I mean, you really turned your life around, and it's just amazing to witness. So thank you for that privilege.
Thank you for the instruction.
You're welcome. Thank you guys, and have a wonderful day.